Hello everyone, I'm Corey and we're talking Manpower. Today I've got a very special guest with me. I've got Mr. Bill Kapaku. He's the Senior CPI Specialist at the Assistant Chief of Staff for Installation Management, Headquarters, Department of the Army here at the Pentagon. Mr. Kapaku, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Corey.
So explain to me a little bit about your role at ACSIM.
Well, within the Office of the ACSIM, I'm the lead Senior Specialist for CPI, which stands for Continuous Performance Improvement. I'm tasked with monitoring the organization's overall strategies, its performance, and then the results. And where there are need to improve, work with the senior leaders on identifying some of the root causes for the problems, and then work with them in terms of identifying possible solutions, and then, of course, executing those plans and improving the overall results of the organization. I'm also a Army certified Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. So part of my duties in that regard is to provide technical expertise on using quantitative and qualitative analysis on a myriad of areas within the OACSIM.
Well, Master Black Belt sounds pretty intense, and I hope you don't kung fu me during the interview. So explain to me what Master Black Belt, what Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt means and why it's important.
Okay, within the Army's Business Transformation Program, there are a number of CPI tools comprised of programs such as value engineering used by the Corps of Engineers, business process re-engineering used primarily by the G6 CIO folks, cost-benefit analysis, Army audits, and in our particular case here, the Lean Six Sigma program. Within the Lean Six Sigma hierarchy, there are 3 levels of belt experts. These include the green, black, and master black belts. Of course, when the program was first started off, very close to deployment within Japan. So there's that link into the martial arts using these belts, and primarily you can immediately understand that there are different levels. So at the green belt level, we're talking about part-timers. So this isn't their full-time job. We ask them to identify what's maybe impeding the process, go in and take a look at stopping the bleeding, focus in on eliminating waste. This could be overproduction, overprocessing, inventory, a whole list of things that we want them to get in there and take a look at. We ask them to go out and map processes. Does the process work as intended and as designed, or has change occurred over a period of time, which happens quite often when people change jobs? We ask them to go in and look for the bottlenecks. Where are the bottlenecks occurring? And then streamlining the entire workflow so that we can get the results that we're looking for. They are provided some quantitative statistical tools in training, and we really rely on our green belts a lot within the Army. The next level is the black belts. And at the black belts, we're talking about projects that are a little bit more complex. We're talking about the kinds of issues that cross functional proponency lines within the organization. And you need somebody that is fairly matured and able to talk to many, many different chiefs within the organization. And what we do at the black belt level is identify and reduce variation. So we really teach the black belts a lot of statistical analysis tools so that they can then compare processes before, processes after, and then ultimately help us to change the culture. The last group I mentioned is the Master Black Belts. And at the Master Black Belt level, we're talking about folks that have been taught a lot of statistical analysis. And what we ask them to do is to help lead enterprise level projects. And enterprise level projects are the kinds of process that cross commands. They also could be sister services, and in some cases can also include federal agencies, so DOD and other agencies such as the VA.
So why is Lean Six Sigma important to the Army?
Lean Six Sigma is a proven business system used by industry leaders to answer 3 very important questions. First question leaders ask themselves are we doing the right things? Are we in fact focused on the folks who use our particular goods and services? Are we focused on the outcome and the results? And are we in fact meeting those requirements? The second question they ask is, are we doing things right? And doing things right is an internal focus question. So what we're looking at is, we understand what the customers want. Are we able to produce what the customers want at the right cost, the right value, and in terms of the right qualities? And then the final question leaders ask themselves, how do we know? So Lean Six Sigma helps us to set up a methodology using the acronym DMAIC, stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. And by having this methodology in place, it helps us to understand what I just got you describing in terms of the 3 questions.
Well, everyone, that's all we have time for today. Be sure to be on the lookout as we continue our conversation with Mr. Bill Kapaku in a couple days via our Facebook, Divids, and podcast channels. And until then, have a great Army Day.